Left 4 Dead is all about cooperation. That's the main thing that we've been pushing on with this game, is that it's not about necessarily people just playing together in an online game. It's about 4 people, 4 survivors in our case, that really have to work together to survive and make it through this horrible viral zombie apocalypse. As for the plot of Left 4 Dead, we're keeping it fairly nebulous. All that we know is that there's some sort of illness, it looks like a virus, that spread like wildfire, and almost everyone is affected by it. And when they are, it turns them into psychotic, ravening, crazy people that want to pound you until you stop moving. The campaign that is playing behind me is fairly typical. We're going to ship with 4 campaigns initially. A campaign consists of 5 maps, and a skilled team of survivors can make it through the whole campaign in about an hour if they're good and they survive, which is not always the case. Early on, we experimented with scripts and triggers and whatnot, and we tried to change that up and have different sets of triggers, and it became very clear that after players had played the game for a while and got very familiar with it, that they knew exactly where that stuff was going to happen. So I decided to go for the full enchilada and make a system that's completely procedural. So the AI director actually populates the map with infected differently every time you play it. You can never know where the infected are going to be wandering, where the mobs will come from, where the bosses are, which makes it incredibly replayable. Left 4 Dead is fundamentally a co-op experience. We've initially focused on the survivors and their experience. However, it quickly became apparent that lots of people wanted to play as the crazy infected beasts. So we do let players join the infected side as well. Again, they play as the boss infected, and they're under the AI director's control. So whereas the survivors, you grab a gun, you stay with your buddies, and you go. The infected, the director will periodically spawn you in, and you have these strange abilities that you try to stop the survivors from escaping with.
Come on, this way.
I'm pretty excited about the potential of the mod community of Left 4 Dead. The simplest thing would be to build new campaigns, new maps. And because of our procedural gameplay, a benefit of that is a modder can build a map or a series of maps, go through and decorate player start, checkpoint, finale, and then the director will populate everything else automatically for them. So as for placing enemies and doing all the scripting, there's none of that. Friendly fire is always on in Left 4 Dead. We have several systems in place to help with, say, griefing. There's ways. First of all, the awards and demerit system is designed explicitly to make it very obvious who's doing good things and who's doing bad things, right? So you'll know when someone is shooting you or doing, bad things. There's also a voting system to kick people off. Difficulty levels vary the amount of friendly fire damage that you incur. So on easy, you still hurt your friends, but not as much. But it's an important part of the game to be able to have to watch your fire. Left 4 Dead, we're going to ship it when it's done, frankly. We want to make sure that it's really as sweet as we can make it, because we've seen a lot of people that have seemed to be pretty excited about it and are having fun playing it. So what I'll say is 2008 is what we're aiming for.